I've been looking at my closet with a much more new and fresh perspective, thinking about what are recent outfits that I've worn that I felt really comfortable in that I would continuously repeat over and over again, which led me to think about what exactly makes up a memorable outfit. What makes up an outfit that you want to wear again and again, that people notice when you're out and about, that you feel really good in, an outfit that you continue to think about as one of your best looks. I managed to come up with three sort of core concepts that I believe all of my personal memorable outfits have been based on or around. Starting off with layering. This is a concept that I feel like over time I've slightly started to gravitate away from almost. My outfits over time have become a lot more simplistic and filled with ease, something that I can just quickly throw on without thinking about too much. However, I think some of the most memorable outfits we see when we're looking for outfit inspirations or the latest runway collections oftentimes experiment with different types of layering. This look from Mark Gong is such a classic way of layering. It's very elevated, very intentional, but what makes it so interesting, I think, is the different play of textures throughout this outfit. You have some sort of ribbed or knit type of material on top, and then the skirt is definitely some type of leather mixed with the sheerness of the tights, and then we also have some color blocking with the white top underneath. This is such a simple but also graphic way of layering. I love that there's such a stark contrast between the top and the bottom of the outfit. I definitely think this would be pretty easy to recreate for most people. I've seen this look quite a lot on Pinterest. I think a lot of people like the overall femininity but subtle layering of this look. I'm really into the whole layering of a bra with some sort of sweater or sheer top underneath. As you can see right now, I have that going on. I'm wearing this really comfy, cozy cashmere silk Prada sweater that I thrifted with a Cuckoo Intimates bra underneath. And I really love the simple layered look of it. I think the sheerness of the top with the laciness of the bra is really working in this look. And then with the skirt being pleated only starting from halfway through, I feel like this doesn't overwhelm the look of the outfit with too many textures, but it's noticeable enough to elevate the outfit overall. Skirts and pants in general are also pretty underrated. I don't see a lot of people experiment with this type of silhouette, but I think it's a really fun, easy, fashion-forward silhouette to play around with. Overall, this outfit is really good at playing with different types of textures and transparency. Here we have another skirt over pants look. I think this is a great look to try to recreate for fall and winter. Very warm and cozy. It has a bit of color blocking going on from top to bottom with the gray cutting right through. Overall, there's nothing too crazy going on with shapes or textures or levels of opacity, but I think what makes this outfit so memorable is you can tell just by looking at the image that it looks like there would be a lot of movement to it. The skirt looks like it would have a lot of flowiness to it, especially on a windy day. I think it could be quite eye-catching actually. This is an outfit that I feel like is very easy to repeat, that you'd want to have on deck for certain days when you don't want to think too much about what goes into your outfit. Lastly, this outfit I feel like is such a beautiful way of layering. There's a lot of interesting colors going on, and it just looks very easy and effortless, although intentional at the same time. I actually really want to recreate this outfit. I feel like I pretty much have all of these pieces. It just looks very effortless and easy, and I think a lot of people would appreciate the amount of intentional layering that goes into this look. All of these pieces are pieces that most people have in their wardrobe. Very easy to mix for fall and winter. And I just know that this outfit would have great movement even on a non-windy day with the coat flowing around. The shirt probably rustles around. The jeans probably have some nice movement to them. Overall, a really solid, repeatable outfit. The second concept that I feel like makes a memorable outfit is all about proportions. Starting off with this look, I believe this is from an archive Calvin Klein runway, but I might be wrong. I couldn't find the original source. Very easy, very simplistic. Who doesn't love 90s minimalism, right? I think what's really eye-catching about this outfit is the fact that the top is on the longer side. It's somewhere between the length of a regular full-length top and a mini dress. It's not quite either or. Looks like the top and bottom are both the same material, so it might be a set. Most people don't wear tops that are this long or tops and pants that look this similar to each other, so I think that's what mainly makes this outfit so memorable. There's a lot of quiet subtlety to this look that I feel like is really quite beautiful. For this look, the differences in proportion are a lot more obvious. The top is full length, and then you have this very long maxi skirt. So it's going from short to long, which really draws your eyes from top to bottom. We have some interesting textures going on with the bottom of the skirt, very subtle details like the delicate belt, the keyhole in the top, and I think there's probably buttons at the neckline. So very minute details that add overall to this very elevated look. I think the proportions being more bottom heavy adds a lot of elegance and memorability to this look. I really love this look. I think it looks so chic and I really want to recreate this. We have this fitted military style full length coat. Absolutely gorgeous, coupled with these kind of slightly flared capri pants that look high-waisted. I'm not usually a high-waisted type of girl, but I think it really works in this look and it's just very elevated and chic. I think a lot of people associate capris with spring and summer, but they can be easily transitioned to fall and winter if you use a darker color palette. Overall, this look is absolutely delicious, very European preppy chic. This look I think exudes a lot of playfulness, a lot of youthfulness. It feels very fresh. This is a silhouette I do want to try to play with this fall and winter. I really like the look of pairing shorts with over the knee socks or even knee-high socks. I think it's kind of preppy and cute. I definitely think you can elevate the overall look if you pay attention to what type of color palette you're using along with materials and textures. Overall, having this sort of more top-heavy silhouette and less on bottom, I think is a really successful type of proportion. I think it can be really fun to play around with. Last thing I feel like makes an outfit really memorable is the color palette. This look right here I absolutely love, will definitely be taking inspiration from. Overall, the outfit itself is quite simplistic. You have black from top to bottom. Nothing too crazy going on in terms of layering or accessorizing or sheerness or textures. But the accessory in this case, the bag, adds a pop of color almost, even though it's very subdued and washed out to this look overall. That's something I'd like to play around with more, is having an overall very monochromatic, very one-toned outfit and then have one pop of color. Whether it's a bag, a belt, a hat, maybe a scarf. There's a lot of effortlessness and ease to this outfit that I think is very memorable. I really love this look. I think the colors used are very elevated, very refined. No color is too alike. There's subtle differences even between all of the black shades. These shades are all very complementary. They all work very well together. I think what's particularly interesting about this outfit is that it has a mix of more warm leaning toned monochrome colors with more cool toned leaning colors. You have more warmth on the top and more coldness on the bottom. I think it's a really clever way of pulling this look together. Now we have one of my looks. Wow. I honestly really loved this outfit. I was lucky enough to have two pieces in my wardrobe that just somehow managed to match each other really well. Not the same brand or anything, but when I put them together, I was like, wow, this is a match made in heaven. I think one-tone monochromatic outfits are a very successful type of outfit. It's very eye-catching because it gives the appearance of being a set purchased together without actually being a set in this case. It definitely gives very smart and intentional but easy at the same time, which I love. I also think dark wash denim is a very attractive color to wear. I'd like to experiment with it more soon. When it comes to lighter washes of denim, I feel like those can be a little bit harder to layer and mix and match. But with dark wash denim, it feels a lot more straightforward and easy. It's very easily paired with shades of brown, gray, or black. Last but not least, we have this super cool outfit. What I really love about it is that all of these colors feel so complementary to each other. but the look itself is not overall super dark or super light. It's a mix of both lightness and darkness, which I think is really interesting and makes it super memorable. I really love the stark optic whiteness of the shorts. There's no sheerness or really layering with this outfit. It's all just very saturated, cool tone colors, and I think it looks super harmonious. The fact that all of these colors are a lot more cool toned, I think makes them look really good together. White, black, brown, and gray. I think this is one of the most lethal color combos you can put together. It just looks so good together. I'd love to see more people experiment with brown because I feel like compared to white, black, gray, it is a little bit more of an underrated color. So those are the three things I feel like either individually or all together make up the anatomy of a memorable outfit. I want to know what you guys think about the outfits and ideas I shared today. Do any of them particularly resonate with you? Have you already taken inspiration from any of these looks? What kind of looks do you feel like you're going to be styling for this fall and later upcoming winter? I'd love to hear all your thoughts, and I'll see you again very soon.